Hi friends, thank you for joining us for MOA's Mini Masters at Home program. For those who don't know me, my name is Miss Jordan and I am the Youth Education Coordinator at MOA. For today's program, we're going to start off with an art discussion, followed by story time, and conclude with an art project. In this first video, we will have both our art discussion and story time. Then, on our website, wisconsinart.org, there will be a second video in which we'll have the art project in it. In addition, there will be a PDF file listing all the supplies needed for that project. So let's start with our art discussion for today. Today we're going to be talking about a piece in MOA's permanent collection. Today's theme is all about Western art, so I'm so excited to show it to you. Let's take a look. Today we're going to be looking at Richard Lorenz's painting, The Wolf Pack. Let's take a closer look. What do you first notice about this painting? What animals do you see? I notice we have a pack of horses, a foal or a baby horse, and it looks like we have some wolves off in the background. What else do we notice? What emotions do we think the horses are feeling? Do they look happy? I think they look a little scared of those wolves approaching on them. I think they're trying to protect their young. What else do we notice? What colors do we see? It looks like we have a lot of browns and reds and even a little bit of orange, as well as green, white, and even blue. Richard Lorenz is often known for his artwork of Western art, horses, and even cowboys. I think this is a great example of a Western style painting. And since today's theme is all about Western art, I want to make sure that we come back to this painting after we're done reading our story. So once we are done, I'll come back and we'll have a discussion to see how this painting connects to our book. Let's go to our story now. Today we're going to be reading Cassidy and the Rainy River Rescue, written by Keely, Chace. This story was published and copyrighted by Hallmark. If anyone has questions on the copyright information, it can all be found on this page. In addition, I would like to point out that we are able to read this story through Amazon's free Kindle download program. In addition, all Mini Masters at Home stories can all be found on the free ebook list. So let's get on with our story, Cassidy and the Rainy River Rescue. It was late afternoon on Curlicue Ranch. The day was winding down. Shadows were getting as long as rattlesnakes' necktie, and the cowboys were bringing in the herd. Cassidy looked up when she heard them singing. It was such a good old song. Cassidy had a hankering to join in. Cassidy's friend Ranger saw her and trotted over. "Howdy, Ranger," said Cassidy. "You look thirsty. How about a race to the watering hole?" Ranger grinned like a coyote and took off running. "You're on," he shouted. "Giddy up, Cassidy." Even with a head start, Ranger was no match for Cassidy. She reached the watering hole in a flash and had time for a long drink before he caught up. "Out of breath," Ranger said. "You win again. But there's more to ranch life than being fast." Cassidy just smiled and nuzzled a duckling swimming by. She sure loved little critters, almost as much as she loved running. Just then, Cassidy heard someone calling her. "Cassidy, where are you?" Sure enough, Cassidy's girl was waiting for her with an apple. Cassidy's legs shook with happiness. This was the best part of her day. The girl led Cassidy into the barn and took her time grooming and feeding her pony. A few times, the girl shook her head and asked Cassidy how she got so tangled and dusty, but she always asked with a smile. And before the girl left, she hugged Cassidy and said, "You're the best pony ever." Cassidy was settling down for the evening when she heard a ruckus outside. There was a crash of thunder, then the thunder of hooves. Next thing she knew, Ranger was at her door. "Cows got spooked and busted out," he said. "We could use your help rounding them up. Just promise me you'll use good horse sense." Thunder boomed again as Ranger and Cassidy raced outside. Cattle were running every which way. The cowboys were doing their best to round them up, but there were a lot. Ranger took off running. Cassidy reckoned it was time she got to work too. This was going to be more fun than a barrel of horned toads. Cassidy ran up to the white cow and said, "Howdy, time to head back to the herd now." But the white cow just mooed and kept running. Then a cowboy rode up by on his big black horse and started and said, "You got it all wrong, little pony. We've got to show the cows who's boss like this." The black horse galloped ahead. It caught up to the white cow and bumped it back to the herd. Cassidy wasn't happy about that. Cassidy tried again. Quick as lightning, she galloped up to a spotted cow. She called the cow ma'am and asked her pretty please to follow her back to the herd. It was no good. This cow wouldn't listen to Cassidy either. Then Ranger ran up, looking tougher than saddle leather. When he barked, that spotted cow moved. Poor Cassidy. She didn't have the heart to be so rough and tough. Before long, the herd was gathered. The cows were calm. Big raindrops were falling. Cassidy kicked out a rock and sighed. She hadn't been a lick of help. Suddenly, the quiet broke. Cassidy's ears perked up at someone sounding mighty upset. My baby, a brown cow cried. Somebody find my baby." The brown cow tried to break away from the herd, but the big black horse turned her right back. The brown cow moved like her heart was breaking. Cassidy could tell there was no time to dilly-dally. Cassidy took off the way the cow had gone. Ranger chased after her. She was heading for the river. So fast she nearly sailed over the bank into the river. Ranger stopped short beside her. Cassidy sniffed the wind. She turned her ears towards the sound. Then she saw something. It was a brown calf, all alone out in the river. It looked scared and helpless. Ranger saw the calf too, and barked. The little cow was frightened. "Let me try," said Cassidy. Now maybe Cassidy couldn't move big cows, but she knew just how to handle a little calf. She waded into the water slowly. The calf watched her, but didn't move away. When Cassidy reached the calf, she nuzzled it and spoke to it softly. In no time, the calf relaxed and let Cassidy guide it toward shore. That little pony had done it. Cassidy led the calf up to the bank to its mama. The cowboys looked mighty surprised to see the little pony bringing in a calf. "My baby," said the brown cow. "Oh, thank you, thank you." Ranger grinned at Cassidy. "Way to use good horse sense." Cassidy, Ranger, and the cowboys brought the herd home. The rain slowed down and then stopped. Cassidy spotted her girl on the fence and ran to her. The girl stroked Cassidy's nose. "Are all the cattle in?" the girl asked, passing a cowboy. "Yes, miss, every last one, thanks to this little pony." The cowboy shut the gate and sauntered off, singing a lonesome cowboy song. Cassidy had a hankering to join in. The clouds parted and a big silver moon peeked through, lighting up the Curlicue Ranch. Cassidy's girl hugged her and whispered the words she always said. "Cassidy, you're the best pony ever." The end. Now that we've finished reading Cassidy and the Rainy River Rescue, I just wanted to come back to our Richard Lorenz painting to see if we could make any other final connections. I like to think that the background of this painting looks like it would fit right into the Curlicue Ranch. Maybe there's a group of cowboys nearby, or maybe those horses were originally trying to herd in some cows. Once you're done making all final connections, make sure you join us for our art project. Our art project will be listed on our website in a second video. Also, during this time, on our website, wisconsinart.org, we have other fun activities for families to do. Make sure you check our website on a regular basis to see what other activities are happening. I hope to see you in the second video. Thank you.